My name is Lauren Shaw, Senior. New IFBB Pro. Just got my IFBB Pro card at the North Americans Championships 2016. I've been a fan of bodybuilding for a long time. I've always been an athlete. Run track, I play football. I've been active duty military. During active duty, I just wanted the muscles, so I read the magazines and followed some of the protocols. Learned all the WEDA principles just to be able to manipulate my physique and functionally be able to operate as a Marine. And I met my wife at one point, and there was a show that was going on, and she encouraged me to do it. It was IFBF was the federation, and I did it very well without training, without dieting, and took a long break. So I recently started this year, actually 2016, my first NPC show. After 2 years of being asked by my coach, Corey Henderson, who's underneath Don Long, and finally got convinced 2 years later, and here we are. One of these days, I want my name on the wall like this. That's my dream. Everything great begins with just a dream. I train right now at a Powerhouse Gym in Aiea on Oahu, in Honolulu, Hawaii. Between there, one of my other favorite places is Iron Hawaii Fitness. My training style, I would say, is hybrid because I do a lot of functional training. I don't do a lot of strength training, but I just enjoy connecting with the muscle, which again is something that's great for me, being under the guidance of Don Long, because that's what he preaches on a consistent basis, and that's something I wholeheartedly believe in. Right now, leading up to this show, I had fairly 2 a day, morning cardio, which I loathe, but it's something that I've learned to have a love-hate relationship with. And in the afternoons, I train. Post-training, I did maybe about 20 minutes of cardio. But my split was a 4 or 5 day training split with some touch-ups here in places that I felt that I needed to bring up. Well, for this show, I think we came in with moderate protein, high carbs, which is kind of different from what I hear of most bodybuilders. Me being new to actually dieting for a competition, we had to learn what my body will respond to. We tried the lower carbs before, and it didn't work for me. So Don makes some on-the-spot adjustments, and like within a day or two, my body responded to it. So carbs moderately high, moderate protein, lower fats, low as possible. Meals sometimes 6 times, sometimes 9 times a day. It just depends on what my body looks like and what he saw. It's something beautiful about being under the eye of someone with so much experience. There's some days that I feel great and I think I'm okay, but he sees something completely different. But apparently, what his vision was is brought us to where we are today. So. This has to be divine. None of this was planned for me. I was asked, and my efforts hadn't been anything that's on par with the beliefs that I have today. Because I didn't believe in myself before. I just went off of what everybody else saw, and I didn't see it. So to actually stand on stage and for it to actually happen for me, I think that was a humbling experience. But it also made me hungry, and it helped to catapult me to a place that I need to be in order to serve myself as a pro. So I'm going to take that new discovery and that belief into my career and hopefully make an impact. So. The last 3 weeks we actually made major adjustments to my diet. We actually brought the carbohydrates up. Initially I was going to come in as a light heavy, but my body responds so well to carbohydrates that Don started to feed me in the last 3 weeks out, and we filled out, my muscles responded. Which tells me that this has to be divine. None of this was planned for me. I was asked, and my efforts hadn't been anything that's on par with the beliefs that I have today. Because I didn't believe in myself before. I just went off of what everybody else saw, and I didn't see it. So to actually stand on stage and for it to actually happen for me, I think that was a humbling experience, but it also made me hungry, and it helped to catapult me to a place that I need to be in order to serve myself as a pro. So I'm going to take that new discovery and that belief into my career and hopefully make an impact. So my future plan is to actually assert myself as a professional, obviously make an impact, and my goal is to do it in my rookie year. So when I'm ready is the next time that I'll actually compete. When that is right now, I don't know, but I'm building a team together around my coaches, and we're coming up with a strategy for that right now. But hopefully, it will lead me to the Olympic stage someday soon.